Oh, hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Coming here from Alberta, Canada. Good morning if you're in the other side of the world. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Break Free with Digital Business with my co-host, Pro Broad. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thanks for for doing this with me. Okay, awesome. Hello everybody. So, welcome to Break Free with Digital Business. Of course, what is our purpose here is of course to educate and inspire hardworking parents like us and immigrants, starting their new life in a new country. We know exactly how hard it is, right? So yeah, we're just here to, if you're, looking for a side hustle or for something that you can do on the side while you're working full time, without missing any milestone from your, family, this is it, guys. Okay, we're here every week, actually every day, to inspire you and educate you that there's a better way to earn an income other than our 9 to 5. Yes, bro. Want to add to that?
Yes, so it's we are actually doing the experiencing for you. So we go before you to let you know how it is from the inside, and we are looking from the inside out and letting you know exactly what we are experiencing and giving you the real thing from the inside, so that you take the guess out of what we are doing, because you see that we're actually doing what we're telling you about.
That's right. It's fine. I'm just gonna share because yesterday I was out with a friend and she said, "Oh, you're so," and I told her I'm getting bored, and she said, "Oh, I thought you're so busy with your business." Like, huh? What's busy? What's busy when the business is running on the background? There is a setup going on and stuff like that. But I just yesterday I just checked, the back end of the business, and that's it. I'm off for the day, right? So I don't understand. Like, I was kind of surprised and I was taken aback. Like, what? What busy? I think I should be busy. I should be more busy.
Um,
But it was a pretty chill thing. Like, it's not, this one will not take so much of your time. We do this in the pockets of your time. You revolve around your family. This is not like a job that you have to put on the 8 hours that you have to, right? Here you can just do it, morning and evening or whenever you're doing. Yeah. Okay. So let's introduce ourselves then. Okay. Who we are and how we can help you. And also, a little bit of our stories and background and how we get into this entrepreneurial spirit. Bro, you want to get started with this one first?
yes. So good evening again, everyone. Welcome to our Break Free with Digital Online Business. My name is Everett Edwards. I am originally from the island of Jamaica. Now we are residing in Ontario, Canada. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a dad of two wonderful children, also a full time worker for over 13 years, a postal worker, um, and I'm also a digital online business owner and mentor. Um, One of the things in terms of my story is the idea of, well, I started looking because first of all, I tried so many other business, number one. And number two, I got a rude awakening on with my company that I normally work for when they gave us the announcement or the notice that the division would be closed down. So during that time, I tried to find a job which would line up with what I was currently doing. And I tried so long and so hard with all the relevant contacts that we have with the company that we're working for, and to no avail. I had to go on EI, which is something that I've always say when I come to this country, I would never go on.
understand. I'm not on EI right now too
Yeah,
because it's so much less what you can get. No way. We're thinking it's like the last resort, right?
yeah,
We're grateful that it's available for
yeah,
us, but it's
yeah,
really,
yeah.
yeah,
So it's one of those
very,
things that I didn't want to do, but when the reality hits you, you have to do what is necessary. And at that time, it was necessary for me to do so. So I knew that something had to change. I couldn't continue down the same path and expecting changes. Something had to change, and it has to be more than what I was earning from a 9 to 5 job, because that wasn't
totally.
cutting it. And it says to me too that um, my boss can look at me anytime and say it's over. So I want,
Scary, huh?
yeah. So we wanted something that would be there not just for us and not just for financial gain, but also to leave a legacy for our children and our children's children. And this was the right pick for us.
That's right. Thanks for sharing, bro. Okay, so my story, first of all, let me introduce myself, right? So, my name is Eileen. I have been working as an early childhood educator for many years now. Like, when I see the other day, I saw one that I cared for, and like, they're gonna be in grade two already. I was like, what? What happened? And they were in my baby room at that time. They were like 12, 16 months, right? And now they're gonna be in grade two. And yeah, I have been in the profession, the um childcare field for so many years. I love, 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 love what I do, right? It's just that, as you grow older, you have aches and pains here and there. And honestly, I don't see myself working for a very long time, or up until I get to my 65, right? That's coming up very soon. I know I don't look like it, but it's coming up. Like, time flies. Like, these children are in grade two already. I'm like, what? Where did the time go, right? But I think what I'm trying to say is that if we don't do anything about it, we don't plan about it, we're never going to be where we want to go. Okay. And I know life is comfortable, we're fine, seems to be like we're fine. But, if you actually look at it, magnify it, it's not where I want to be. Okay. So yeah, so as a mom, as a sandwich generation person with a older mom that's now in, assisted living, which is super expensive, more expensive than our actual home of 3 bedrooms, right? And then there's a child, my kid, who's going to university soon. It's kind of giving me more pressure, right? Like, you have responsibilities, but at the same time, when are you actually live the life that you dream about? And is it gonna come to you, or you have to work for it, right? And I think if we just continue to live in our comfort zone, I don't think that it's gonna come, without that intention of, I really want to do this and I really want to go to this. And what can I do to get started with this idea of that life, right? How can I get to this? Because if I will only depend on an income that, honestly, educators are not well paid for the input that we put in and day out, right? We love our job. It's like the most precious job, right? To care for the next generation, to nurture these young minds. But then at the end of the day, it's really not paying that much. And one time my boss told me, like, Eileen, this is not, a profession that get paid. And to me, it's like, yeah, why not, right? We take care of these kids. Why not? Why don't we change? Why don't we change it, right? Why don't we change it? And I think I come to realization that if I want to change that system, that would take so much effort. But if I focus on how can I get to where I want to be without being totally dependent on my profession, and actually live the kind of life that I want and not rely on that solely, right? Like the salary and stuff. How can I do that? And so this business came to me when I was so bored. I think life push you on the wall for you to realize what's missing, right? And so at that time, I was like, I just came back from a month long vacation. And I think it's like, oh my gosh, I love that kind of lifestyle. You don't have to wait to an alarm clock, right? You go wherever you want. And at the time, we went back to the Philippines, and of course, the dollar conversion to peso is so much more. And it's like, ooh, this must be how the rich live, you know? They can just pick and choose what they want, go wherever they want, and live that kind of life. And I said, why not me? Why not me? So, we were there for Christmas. We cannot even spend New Year there. And that bugs me a lot. Like, oh my God, we did not go for 10 years and we cannot even spend that special time. And it's just like, it sucks, right? It's like so annoying. And I said to myself, coming back here, I had that prayer like, Lord, I want something better than this. I want, it's not that I'm not grateful about the life I had or I'm having or experiencing. I'm really grateful. It's so day and night from where I came from. Like, I came from basically a single mom raised me because my dad was, we lost him when I was 10, and that was hard, right? For a single mom to just, you it's like it is what it is kind of feeling. And I think most of my, you know, negative vibes come from having that lack mentality. It's because it was hard, right? And it was hard to get out of it. But then I said, I want a better life. I think when there is the desire for something more, then God actually listens. So after coming from vacation, I saw this opportunity on, believe it or not, on my newsfeed, right? Like an ad popping like that. And it's like, who, what is this? And then I think when you are ready for a change, it actually comes and you notice it. Because honestly, I never seen it any ads before. But then I guess when I was ready, like, I don't want this. I don't want to stay in this comfortable zone, right? I want to have something more. And that is when I saw the ad for the first time and I said, I'm jumping in. And of course the rest is history. And yeah. So anyway, so we're here to show you how this business changed it for us and how it can change it for you as well. Okay, so we're moving on to the topic already. So, yes, let's get to this. Okay, so this week's topic is how much it actually costs. Oops, to start. Wait, let me just change that one. Yes, yeah, how much it actually cost to start an online business, because a lot of you will see us, inviting people to the webinar. There's a 149 fee to that. That is free, but then the next step is the 149 for you to learn all about this, right? Yeah, but as I've said, how much is it actually to cost? A lot of people think it's like gonna break the bank, right? You wanna elaborate on that, bro?
Yes, so because it's strange enough because this week I did a post on a go live on behind the scenes of actually starting a franchise, and I was using Tim Hortons as one of the franchise that you should get into. And when I Google what would it cost to,
How much?
yes, to start? They said 600,800 to $1.9 million,
Oh,
depending on the location, whether it's one of those busy
I'm having a
locations or
headache.
it's a kiosk. And I said, wow, oh man.
Oh my God.
and
How can a normal, regular person
yes,
afford that?
yeah. So starting a franchise like that would be that you would have already been in such a huge financial state that you're willing to do it. But I'm so glad that our system overall, and we'll talk about the big picture too when it all said and done, that it doesn't cost nowhere near that.
Yeah, you can actually earn that much, right?
Yes.
Our coaches and mentor actually earn that in within like what 6 years, 7 years in the business,
Yes.
right? So they can actually afford to have that kind of franchise now, right? After
Yeah.
being in this business. But the thing is that also those kind of business, the return of investment will take years,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Will take years and years. But the investment that you actually put in here, by the way, a lot of people gets confused, right? The investment. They think, I'm just gonna put money in there and it's gonna grow like a stock,
Yes.
right? It's
Yes.
not like that. Okay, let's be clear on that. This is not like the Bitcoin or the investment thing, because they keep hearing us saying investing, because all legit businesses have money involved, right? Let's
Yes.
just be honest about it. Let's just put it in the open.
Yes.
The
Yes.
webinar is free. The 149 is 149, where you get the digital products already. But then of course, to get really started with this, it costs, right? It costs money to get started with anything. It Gosh, if you go to Costco, it's very costly. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is a legit business. Okay, so let's get started right away. How we're gonna do this, bro? You want to do the okay, so what we're going to say is that, okay, we're going to break down for you how much it actually costs to do a digital franchise like this, right? A digital franchise like this, that with all the moving parts ready to go. Okay, meaning, it's like a franchise, that everything is there already, the system in place. It's a proven system, it works in the background, it works 24/7, and all you have to do is put in your 20% on this, right? Because the 80% is kind of 90% is done for you already. But how much does it actually cost? If you think that our business is expensive, and bro, Ibrahim also mentioned already that normal, regular brick and mortar businesses, that is like over half a million to a million something, right? But this will not break the bank like that, right? So we're gonna go on to what is included in this kind of digital franchise. So this kind of franchise actually have three parts. Okay, number one is the digital products, which is all the automations and all of that. And we're going to tell you how much is actually cost if you're going to do it on your own, right? On your own. And then the other one is the physical product, because there's no kind of business without the service or the product, because there has to be an exchange for the money that the customer is putting in, right? We're not selling bubbles, right? We're not selling bubbles. The bubbles pop, your money or investment is gone. That is a scam, right? So no, we're not like that kind of business. Okay. And then of course, with this franchise, digital franchise, you're gonna be building an international business, because we are a global business with offices around the world, but the logistic we do not handle, which is, thank God we don't, because
Yeah.
I don't want that headache. Okay.
Indeed. Yes.
Okay, so let's get started, bro. You want to start with number one. If you want to create a digital franchise or a business, this is very important. And with us, with you partnering with us, this is covered already. We
Yes.
have you covered on this. And bro will let, well, at the end of each that we're going to be talking about, we'll tell you how much it actually costs to do this on your own. Okay, you're going to be surprised how crazy, I mean, crazy expensive it is. Okay. Yeah, but this one is actually part of the 149 that you're going to be paying if you want to get started. Okay, bro, number one.
And so for businesses online or businesses relating to any computer, there has to be what we call a funnel, which is the actual place where you're going to bring in all your prospective leads and your conversions, your buyers, etc., etc. So you have to get a place to put them all that information, all that lead, all that connections. There's a place that is what we call the funnel that we have to send it to there. So if you think of a regular funnel, when you pour the liquid in that funnel, it starts big and then it goes down to a small catchment. So it's like you're customizing what comes in and where it goes, and that's where the funnel comes in. And for you to be able to do that on a regular, or what they call the real world value, it will hurt you. I'm not going to give you the value yet because I
You
want you
ready
to
for this?
stay.
Hold on to your seat.
Yes,
So,
I wanted to stay until the last to hear about all that. But the good thing about this is that it is already done for you where our system is concerned. So it takes that amount that we're going to discuss later away from you in terms of your costs to actually start this business. And
mhm.
because it is so uniquely fitted in the system, then you don't even have to worry about that cost when you're doing it with us. But if you choose to do it on your own, then you're going to have to find it yourself.
Yeah, it's very expensive, right? This one alone is valued at about $10,000 if you do it on your own. Can you believe it,
Yes,
right? So, yeah, it is expensive to get started with a business. And this is just one part of the many parts to make your engine work or your business work, right? And how you do it and how you're going to do it, we are not even thinking about it because we don't know how to do it. The system do it for us, right?
yes.
When you start the business. And like a funnel, like converting funnel, like what is a converting funnel? Like, can always Google it, right? But the funnel is actually, this, as Bro Ibral was saying, is like it where these people are going. It's like a funnel, right? Because not everybody who wants to check the business are interested, or they're just curious, right? So the funnel actually filters these people. So you don't have to, right? So they'll just checking the business. Are they serious or not? We separate it in the funnel already, because curious people will check it out, will watch the webinar. But then who are the serious people? Serious people will buy the 149, and it all comes into our funnel, and we get all the notification about this. Hey, so and so is interested. They actually purchased the 149, and they're on their way learning about this business without us doing it for them, right? Because it's just part of the funnel, right? It's just part of the system that filters these people. Hi, who's watching? Thank you for watching. I hope we're giving you value while teaching you how a, a a digital business have many parts, and to actually do this on your own, it's gonna be very, very costly, right? Okay, we told you already, just this alone will cost you about $10,000. That's, I think, probably USA, right? US
Yes.
dollars. Okay, we'll move on to the next part, which is, oh, what am I doing? Okay, yeah, there. Done for you custom landing pages. So, just to give you an idea, what is this custom landing pages? So, I'm going to share it with you here, right? So, as you can see under our names, there is this website. right? The websites. So these are custom to us. We chose it, right? And it's part of the franchise, the franchise value that everything is done for you, right? So this one is done for us. We just chose what we want. It's customized. In my case, my thing is I love pink, right? So my landing page is actually pink. It's customized to me, right? And it's how I want it to look like. So when you join our business, right? When you start this business, you will get a chance to have your own custom landing pages or your websites, okay? And you don't have to know what to do. It's done for you. They're just gonna customize it for you. And just this one alone, right? This is about $8,000 if you do it on your own. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And but this one is actually part of that 149 that is even refundable, right? If this is not a business for you, can you imagine? That is a lot of savings for an 8,000, thing if you want to do it on your own, right? So yeah, so that is one of our offering. If you do the business with us, this franchise business that we offer, this is included already. Okay, bro, number three, what else do they get from this franchise like business that we have?
Yes. So it's a done for you professional email campaign. So and this is such a huge part of the business because it takes away so much pain from you
Mm-hmm.
because we get flooded with people who are interested in the business and they do it via our email. Now imagine if we had to sit down and answer over 1,000 emails per day. And for some people, that's just a small percent, probably a 10% for them. How long it would take you to be able to answer all those emails and to run all those email campaigns. But the system is already built in. It says done for you professional email campaign. That means it's already done for you. And if you should do it for yourself, what is it going to cost you? So we have already discussed um, 10,000, 8,000. So we're at 18,000. And we're
Mm-hmm.
also going to save you another 10,000, I believe, for a professional email campaign already set up for you, ready to go if you choose to go to the next step. So that's an exorbitant amount of saving, and you are now close to $30,000 that you are being saving.
Big savings, right? Big
Yeah,
savings because this is a proven system. It's tested, it
that's it.
works. And most of the digital business that you're having seeing around, they have this done
Yes,
for them. But then if you join theirs, you're gonna have to pay for all
yes,
of
yes,
this
yes.
because they don't shoulder it. But we are a very big community, and our platform can handle this amount, okay? Because we are one of the largest online platform in the world, okay? And so we're so proud that our platform can handle this much amount of you know we don't have to pay for it, they handle it for us, right? So thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, that's all I can say, right? If there's one thing that I'm grateful about this business, is these things are done and handled for us already. So when people say you must be busy, you must be having a hard time, like what? No, this is such a fun business, okay?
Yeah,
If I have to worry about this, that's gonna break me, honestly.
yeah,
Okay, let's
definitely.
move on to the next one. Okay, social media training. Okay, so it's my turn, right? Yeah.
Yes, okay.
So social media training, right? Just this alone on one platform, let's say Facebook, right? Because we're on Facebook, it's about $10,000 and up just to get to the training that you need. How to, because what we're talking about is attracting people to check out the business, right? And if you're gonna learn how to place an ad on social media, what are the, how does the back end look like and all of that? How do you do it? I don't know how to do it when I started the business, but then you get the training, you get all the social media training. And it's not just that, right? We can do this business in multiple platforms, and learning about this the right way that actually converts is given already. It's there already. So as I've said, just social media like Facebook, it's 10,000 and up. And that is just the training. There's no mentoring, there's no coaching, there's no tracking on that. You're on your own, right? So let's give an example for our coaches, Dave and Roxanne, right? That they um they actually paid about $13,000 for YouTube alone, right? So that's a big amount over there, but in this business it's already provided, right? Okay, moving on. As I've said, just Facebook alone, $10,000 and up. So that's a big savings, because this trainings is part of our 149 offering that we give you. And if you choose to move with us or start the business with us, it is already covered. Okay, here we go. This is big. We talked about this last week as well, but you know, bro, you can talk about this and remind them how
Yes.
this is really an important part of the success of this franchise business that we're in.
Yeah. So, as Coach mentioned, we actually dive into this last week, but we're looking at now the cost portion of our weekly millionaire masterminds, which is basically training that we offer and sharing of stories. Normally, when someone reach a special rank in our business, then they would come and share what they went through in order to get to that level. And as I mentioned in the um, last episode, is that you know at times when you look at what they go through in order to get to where they were, then it's more than encouragement to you, because for your story you don't have to go through all that. and and for us to be able to give you that every single week, if you were to spend out of pocket for that, I don't even want to give you the, because there's another one which is the archive, but I'm just going to give you this weekly one. This weekly one would now cost you $10,000 for you to have it on your own, but it is still included in our 149 that we give to you, there and ready for you every single week. All you need to do is just to register for it every week, and it is there provided for you. And you can sit at home. The good thing, you can be on the road, and you can partake in this weekly mastermind every single week, and you won't have to bear the cost for it. And if
That
you add up everything up to this point, we're close to we're close to $50,000 that you don't have to come up with.
right. Yeah. Yeah, because when you actually watch our information overview, you will learn that just just to hire this experienced coaches like this, right? To do a masterminding, meaning how they can share with you what they learned and how they overcome struggles, or how they get into the level that they are. This kind of coaching is about, depending on who is this famous coach that you're gonna be dealing with, right? But then it was, let's say, a Grant Cardone, right? It like a few hours of him will command $100,000, right? Can you imagine? Because he's that in that level, right? But over here we have ordinary. people from all walks of life, not a famous one, right? But managed to break through, managed to break free from the ordinary. And it's very relatable because we are in their position once, right? Like we used to be in their position, they used to be in our position, and then they're sharing how they managed to get out of there. And it's so inspiring and relatable because they are the same people, right? Same people who just dreamed or desired for more or extra, and they surpass that in all levels. And so it's not just a training, a mastermind training, but is inspiring. And to see this, to see this uh, every week, right? And yeah, it's really a very good part of our franchise. Okay, now we move on to the next one. Okay, okay, when you start this business, a lot of people would say, I don't have I'm not tech savvy. I don't know social media. I don't even, we have a lot of people who don't even have a social media, but then what they have is the desire for a change, right? I think that is the commonality there. Like a lot of people doesn't do social media. They're introvert, don't want to be seen, but they want the same thing. They want to live a different lifestyle. They have a big dreams for themselves and their family, and that was what drives these people to get started. And for those people who doesn't know what to do, like us, right? Like I'm not tech savvy. I'm still learning. The beauty of this is that our franchise comes with a 24/7 access to the world class training site. And we mentioned this a few last week also, that we have actually a world class one. Like if you go to do like a Harvard one, right, on social media training, like those training that pops up on your newsfeed about how even Harvard are into training people on how to do social media in the internet and AI. We have that. We have that, and you have access to it, right? So keep that in mind. And just that one alone is about how much? About
Yeah.
$10,000
Mm,
as
mm,
well,
mm,
right? Can you imagine? We're just number six, guys, and I
mm.
don't know how much. I lost count already. How much,
Uh,
if you do this on yourself, how much it will actually cost you, right? Okay, so I hope you understand that this is a steal, right? This is a steal to get started with this digital business, that everything is 90% done for you. It's just waiting for you to come in. That's all. Okay? Okay, moving on. Group coaching, bro.
yes. So um, most of us we tend to hire coaches, especially lifetime coaches, to push us on, to keep us going, so that we head in the right direction. And in this business as well, we do need coaches, and we have so uniquely put this together where you have such a wealth of coaches that have so many much experience, and they're so competent and reliable, and they're there for you to provide whatever strategy that you need, providing the encouragement that you need. Because sometimes, even though you're looking at the training, you might want to do it a certain way based on your understanding. But
That's
because of the coach, they have already done that, and found out probably another way which is much more simpler than you would want to take time to do. So with the addition of a coach, it makes such a huge difference, because sometimes you are lost, trying to find your way, and you're not. The good thing is that you're not left alone, because we have so many things going on, and the group coaching is one of the part of the package that is there for you. And the cost is also one of those things that you are going to save on as well. and I think the cost is $10,000 as well for
Yeah.
this. So we are number 7, and if my calculation is right, we're at $68,000 for everything so far. And
Yeah.
you are not going to pay that. I'm going to make that clear. You are not going to pay that. So don't get scared and turn off right now and say, oh, that's not for me. You are not going to pay that. And the reason why we want to break it down so that you can have an idea of what you have access to and what you would have paid if you do it on your own, and then the idea now that it is already paid for you, so you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, and this is part of the digital product of the franchise that we're offering, right? And that one alone is like $149. We're not talking about double, like five figure here, right? It's like three figure, okay?
Mm,
And sometimes when we think about it, when I started this business, like, oh, it's just like I eat at McDonald's for that one, right? It's like,
mm.
today I treated myself for a fancy brunch, and it's like, what, $30 already. So
Whoa.
multiply that by four or five. That is the price of this franchise like business already, right? So yeah, but of course, again, don't confuse it that am I starting with 149, or there's more money involved. I told you that already. Any businesses legitimate has a a service or a product. So you guys have to don't mix it. Okay. What we're doing here is just the topic this week is just to let you know what is involved and how much it will cost you if you do this on your own without us. Okay. So partner with us and we're gonna feed you with a lot
Yeah.
of well, oh, before anything else, I'm seeing a comment here. Yay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
sis Jessie is here. Hello, sis.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
hope you're enjoying our topic today. We're diving into how much it actually costs you if you're gonna do this franchise business on your own. And I'm sure if you do this on your own, it's gonna truly break the bank. Because I cannot afford that myself, right? So here we go. Number 8. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing this, right? Experienced coaches doing the sales for you. Okay. A lot of people will be super scared to do this. Like, I don't have a sales background or anything like that. I don't know how to close a transaction. The beauty of this is that you have an assigned coaches to do all of this closing for you. You don't have to do it, especially if you're new in the business and you don't know a clue, right? So we have actually a platform for that talks about why this is a good fit for you, how this will work for you. And all we do is like book your coaching call with your coaches like myself who will make it clearer for you, answer your question, and you would be surprised that how this is a no-brainer, right? So and we have coaches that are have the experience, like been in the business for so long and knows how to coach and help you you know get across to where you want to be, where is to start your own digital business, right? You starting this business don't have to do this. It's part of the beauty of our system. You don't have to do this because there is a sign coach for each and everyone who start this digital business. And for you to hire somebody, a sales team, oh my gosh, that means you're gonna have to have like an employees, right? That you have to pay and put benefits for them and all of that. And just that alone is about $25,000 to do it on your own. And here it is provided for you. Keep that in mind. This is a no brainer, right? So, okay, I hope you guys get it. If you guys have any question, you can drop it on the comment section and we will answer you as soon as we can, right? So, yes, okay, so um moving on, we'll go to number 9 already. This is another part of this a franchise like the done for you in a box already, which is number nine is the state of the art CRM or lead tracking and all of this tracking. Bro, you want to take this on?
Yes. So this is a huge part for us because we function off people being interested, and then those person being interested become our leads. And we know once we get those leads, we have to be in a position to keep up with those leads or to track those leads or to even respond to those leads. And if we were to do that on a daily basis, many of us wouldn't want to do this business.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's what our owners have done to take the guesswork out of it. CRM, customer relation management, which really means that your customer comes in and they want to do some inquiry, and you would have to be the one to literally visit each email and respond to them. But our system is so built in that we have a state of the art CRM and lead tracking system. So it tracks our leads that come in. It also does the logistics. Well, I call it logistics for us as well, because we don't have to do that because it's already in place and it's automatically done for us because we have a proven system. This is 90%. So all you do is 10%, and your 10% does not include the lead tracking. So that's already done for you. And if the total that if you're going to do that for yourself, it's going to run you in the range of $10,000 USD. And for we are number nine, and now we're about 88,000 US dollars that you would have to be paying outside of, give or take. I think it's probably more, but
It's a
once we get,
15,000, about 15,000
yes,
USD if
yes,
you're gonna have to do it, right?
yes,
But I don't even know if this is like a one-time fee, right? Sometimes they
exactly.
have a subscription, and that would, because how you run businesses, it's not like Jollibee or McDonald will pay their employees one time, right? As if you're using their services, you need to pay for it, right?
Mhm.
But the beauty of this one is our CRM and our tracking is provided already.
Yeah.
As I've said again, because our platform is one of the biggest around the world, they carry this expense for us, and it's part of when you pay the 149, right? So which is amazing, right? Can you imagine dealing with customer service, you know, dealing with refund, because we told you already, you have 30 days refund on, if you decided to check the business, more, and you want to learn more, there is this 30-day, window where you can refund it. And a lot of people were scared, right? What if we're not going to refund you? I'm like, as I've said, if our platform, our business can accommodate this state of the art CRM, this is an expensive thing for thousands of people, and we can shoulder it. What is 149 for us to return it to you,
Yeah.
right? Because if you don't want this business, well, what's the point of keeping you, right? What's the point of keeping you? So we let you go. We're not that clingy, we only want people who actually wants the best life possible, for themselves and their family, and we want to partner with these people. But if you're not that person, then we are gladly let you go. Bye.
All right.
Bye. Right? Because in the long run, what we are looking for are people just like us who wants the best life possible for their family, and people who actually wants to start an online business, right? Because people who doesn't like this will not put work on it, will not progress, will not become successful, right? But then, as we're saying, we have everything in place, and it's not gonna cost you a lot, right? So anyway, moving on to the last part. Okay, this part here, okay, as I've said, a lot of people like, okay, do you have a product? Or are you selling? Or do I have to make a product and sell? No, we're not that, right? We do have our product. You don't have to search China for your own. This is also like, can you imagine? I have to produce my own product. What if it breaks during shipping? That is a loss already, right? But the beauty of this, we do have a physical product. We are affiliated to a company which is been in the business, survived pandemic, without a problem, and it's 51 years old, and it is, global. This is why part of this business franchise is that you get to do an international business, right? This is not just a mom and pop kind of business, but an international business that we're very, very proud of, right? With the physical product, though, it's up to you how much do you want to spend. But as soon as you purchase or start this product, you get an affiliate link to be able to get started with the business. And with that, we provide all the digital products that is needed in order to run a business. And of course, having said that, again, this is an international business, right? We're not just like a corner mom and pop business here, right? We deal with global um, people around the world, right? So, yes. So, I know you lost count already how much it is to do this business by yourself, but we have this here. Okay, so the actual cost of this, if you're gonna do it on your own, okay, without partnering with us, without taking this, you know, box of franchise business, is about 175 and $740,000, right? Boom. It's so expensive to do this
Wow.
on your own, right? But with us, it's not gonna cost you that much, right? As I've said, most of it, the 1 to 9 already is provided with the $149 that you're gonna pay in the time that you want to check this out, right? And the number 10, the physical product, wherein you have to purchase just to get started and get your ID or distributor ID or your affiliate ID, is it's up to you. And also, we have financing available. For me, I started with financing, which is, 1,000 fold. I got it back already. The return of investment is, it's easier, right? It's easier than the regular, brick and mortar business, like bro abroad here mentioned. To get started with a Tim Horton or something, it's like 500,000 is not even enough, right? To
Mhm,
$1 million or
mhm.
more. So yeah. So I hope you guys are enjoying our topics here, right? Because what we're here for is to actually educate you. A lot of people are like so confused about digital business, right? They're so scared, first of all, because you guys don't know us, right? This is why we keep coming in here on at least a week, once a week, right? For you to see us at, yeah, they're actually normal people. They seems like trustworthy people. For me, I wouldn't be here because I work as a teacher, right? I work with children, and if I don't show my face here, or if it's like, this is a legit business. I'll put my face and my name on this, okay? So anyway, bro, anything you want to add before we invite them for our complimentary webinar that happens on Tuesday and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right? Um, Over here, we talk about the overview of the business, but there is a replay on this. Anything else you want to add, bro?
Yes. So we went through and we break down all that you would require to have in order to do this business. We also affix the cost. I believe they call it the real world value of these whether it be the lead tracking, whether it be a coaching, whether it be the weekly mastermind, whether it be the products, and we break it down for you. And the reason why we want to do it is because we don't want you to you know come in thinking that there wasn't any cost involved, or this is just something that you come in, and the moment you come in, then it starts you getting your stuff back as if you're putting it into an investment portfolio or something like that. One of the things that I love about this business is that every single money that I spend, it doesn't, because normally when you invest in any other business, you would have to give them your money and trust them with your money for them to now allow that money to grow and then give you on it. But with this business, every single cent that you put in, guess where that money goes, or that investment goes? It goes right into your business, goes right into your business. So you're talking about advertising, you were talking about starting initially and which stage you start at. All of that goes to you. It doesn't go to the coach, it doesn't go to the owners of the business, but it goes into your system in your business to build your business. So what better system would you want to be a part of that is saving you a ton of money for you not to be able, and barring out that you are not, say I'm not in the position to do so, we also have the option of um, preparing financing for you as well, from I believe 60 to $300 a month. And I'm certain that some of you guys, you will go to a couple shows, and just the tickets alone
Mm,
is for the month is already $300. And you could be
that's true.
investing in yourself, investing in your family, investing in your children, being able to leave a legacy for them. So why are you not making that decision? And if it speaks to you, then you can look at our website, sign up. Both our website are there, and you can start your journey, because you just register your full name and your email address on our website, and we'll be able to send you the workshop. And we want to give you a chance to have an overview of the business so that you will be able to make a decision for yourself. So
Mhm.
stop waiting and sign up quickly.
That's right. That's right. Check it out already. If you register on our website, it's gonna bring you to our done for you funnel that we talk about, right? The custom funnel and the landing pages, and you will see how it looks like it's done professionally, right? And if you decided to start this business, you're gonna get the same thing, right? And so, yeah, check it out. There's it's not a scary thing. Just trust yourself that you're doing yourself, your future self, a favor, right? That's what I said to myself when I started this online business. Like, I'm thanking my future self for being brave and checking this out, because I know what I currently have right now is not the kind of life that I want. I'm grateful for it, but I want more and I deserve more. So yeah, so if you guys are have any question, reach out to us, message us, right? And let us know if you have any question, and we'll gladly help you. You know, enlighten you on this. Anyway, thank you so much, Broy Broad, for joining me. Thanks, Sis
Thank
Yesy,
you.
for
Yeah.
joining us today. Thank you. And yes, we hope to see you again next week. And join us for our episode that we called Break Free with Digital
Breakthrough
Business.
digital
And
business.
we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. Thanks
Bye.
for watching. Bye, everybody. Yes. Bye bye.